So Marc Marquez has been crowned the world champion of 2025, but now it's time for him to tackle a circuit that he has never won at. Welcome to the Mandalika Street circuit for the Indonesian Grand Prix. It's time for qualifying. Let's head down to Susie Perry.
Welcome back to the searing heat of Lombok Sprint Saturday, but qualifying first, of course, Q1 on the way, and for the first time this year, it will start Marc Marquez and his teammate Pecco Bagnaia. And in that last session, did you see much that could convince you that they will get through?
I think Pecco's looking stronger than Marc at the moment. Pecco looks like he's turned a bit of a corner overnight. Still work to do, though. It's not a surefire qualification here for both factory Ducatis. I think they're going to have threats with, you've got Frankie in there who's looking a little bit closer. Jack Miller and the Yamahas are looking strong. Brad Binder could pull something out of the bag. It's not a foregone conclusion. It's the first time all year where we've seen a Q1 session with them both in, and thinking it's not even that going to come that easy for Marc Marquez today. So work to do in this Q1 session.
Well, we're standing outside the back of Ducati. Rachel is at the front. She's with the team boss, Davide Tardozzi. Let's find out if there's a plan.
Davide, all four GP25s obviously struggled yesterday, all still outside the top 10, including both of your riders. It seemed it was a tyre wear issue. Is that still the case, and what's been discussed? I saw you were deep in conversation with Marc just now.
Yeah, this morning it seems she's slightly better, but yeah, we are struggling with the rear grip and a bit of confidence entering in the corner with both riders. So the problems there are very clear. That solution is not there yet, maybe to fight for the top position. But anyway, we had an improve today, and we'll see what it will be for the sprint.
Yeah, what is the plan now for Q1? Obviously, Marc, going through that is a bit different for us to see as well as it is for you.
The plan is very easy to try to be in Q2, but it will be not. It will be difficult, not so easy, because there are really fast riders in Q1. So we close the finger to have both riders in Q2, but again, it will be very difficult.
Anything you can change for this session in this short space of time?
No, riders are happy about the solution. Now we'll see what it will be his flying lap, and if they will have more confidence than yesterday.
Good luck for qualifying. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you just break down for us, Michael, why the 24 Ducatis are able to handle the rear tyre better around here than the 25s?
If I could, Gigi would be hire me and bring me in there, but no, unfortunately I can't. It's difficult for them to put their finger on the pulse now, even with what they've been through since the Misano test. The fact that Pecco jumped on the old bike, which Davide's not quite flat out denied, but doesn't want to admit that they did re-engineer, put Pecco back in the old bike, and then brought some components across the Motegi.
But we do know that's true, though.
Yeah. Uccio told us yesterday that they did allow Pecco to ride Frankie's bike. So, yeah, it's obviously happened. There are some issues. The GP25, it was a completely evolved model in test, and it didn't quite work initially. They brought it back a little with what they homologated for the season, but they're stuck with the engine. But watching Pecco last week on what would have been a hybrid between the two, the bike looked exceptional. So they are trying to figure out which bits will work for their 26 bike right now. But yeah, the argument is if you put Marc on the GP24, would he be even stronger around this circuit perhaps? But yeah, it's been a bit of a boogie track for him, and definitely not one that's coming easy, with Digi struggling in this Q1 session as well. So the three GP25s all languishing down the field. Not easy.
No, in the past, obviously, this has been, as you say, a bit of a bogey track for Marc on both the Honda and the Ducati.
Yeah, it's he did look better last year, albeit he had a technical that put him out of action. But it's been one of those tracks he's not scored a result here at all in the main race. And yeah, on the Honda, he had the huge crash here back in 23. Last year, it was a bit of a struggle on the GP23 Ducati. We expected this year winning the title, turning up here, pressure off, relaxed Marc, and then he had two crashes, one big one yesterday, and just couldn't make the tyre work. And even in that session, with Ducati's overnight prowess of usually improving the package and making the tyre work, it didn't seem like that was a big enough step forward, and Davide didn't sound too confident that Marc will get through in this Q1 session. But he's always good at racing the game. Put a soft tyre in, he'll find a wheel, he will want to chase someone in this session, and yeah, I think he will make his way through because he's so tenacious.
This is a race where Pecco Bagnaia has won from 13th. I mean, it was the first time it had happened from so far back, but he is excellent around this circuit if he can get the bike underneath him that he wants. So The competition, though, to get through in this, with Franco Morbidelli being the second fastest yesterday of this bunch, you've got Brad Binder in there, Enea Bastianini, Jack Miller can put a lap together. It's by no means a done deal for the two factory Ducatis, is it?
No, I think out of the two, I felt Pecco looked stronger, and Pecco's a very good one-lap man without looking for a wheel to follow. So whenever Mark is under pressure, he looks for someone to chase, and sometimes that pays off, other times it doesn't. Frankie looked a little bit stronger there in that free practice session, perhaps, than Mark. I do think Jack Miller could be a wild card. He looked really good in the latter laps, put a soft tyre in. So, yeah, the threats are coming. Brad Binder could potentially be a thorn in their side. So, yeah, let's see if these two factory red Ducatis can make it through.
Yep, 2 to go through to Q2 for the shootout. Gav, this is a fascinating one.
It is interesting.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting qualifying. No one knows exactly what's going to happen next, but here we go, folks. Green light is on, and we are underway. For the first time this year, Marc Marquez is going out onto the circuit in qualifying number 1. Alongside him is his teammate of Pecco Bagnaia, and these two have got to work together now in the next 15 minutes to head out onto the circuit and get into qualifying 2 automatically. But Maverick Vinales, Jan Zarco, Franco Morbidelli, Enea Bastianini, Brad Binder, Sonka Chancha, Jack Miller, Fabio Di Antonio are all in their way. Just the 10 riders in this session, one of the smallest Q1s of the season. And we should get, Megan Burgess alongside me in the commentary box, an interesting run because, well, this hasn't happened before. Marc Marquez in. We seem to be going one by one, Marquez-wise, having to go through this session.
Well, Mark doesn't have to fight for a championship anymore, so maybe he just felt like, what's it like in Q1?
He has looked a bit off all weekend long, let's say. He's finished...
It's just a really long hangover.
Yeah, it must be, because he's finished 11th now, 2 sessions running. Practice and free practice too. So it's been a bit up and down, up and down.
Maybe he's seasick.
Yeah, we are at a street circuit. I know that sounds ridiculous, considering it looks like a normal racetrack, but this is literally the world's first permanent race circuit built around what will be city streets, because it was basically the plan of what should have happened in Korea in the Formula 1 world.
Should have.
But Thailand are actually doing it. The city's slowly coming around the street circuit here, and it is quite remote, quite difficult to get to. There's a few more people in the grandstand today than there has been before, but away we go. And now let's see what's going to happen as they head down through the first couple of corners. And let's not forget, Mark has already had an accident here this weekend. 2 accidents, in fact, as well down the deck. One with a nasty little sideways high side. And also, Megan, you might see where there's David Dotzi, but when he sees Gigi Delignio, he has got a cut on his head and he's cut on his nose. He face dived into the pool side.
Is it like some sort of rite of passage in the motorsport world recently about getting cut on your nose?
Yeah, because the steps broke apparently, and I think Susie Perry had a similar issue.
Jeez.
Yeah, hasn't been going well, has it?
Do you know what? Can someone wrap Ducati in bubble wrap, please?
And Susie Perry.
Yeah.
Throw her in the mix as well to get her covered up. As they were all celebrating a little bit too much over the run.
Maybe it really is just a really long hangover followed by sleep deprivation for Mark then that's causing this.
Makes sense though, doesn't it, really?
Yeah. Ooh, a little bit too wide for...
That was Mark. Yeah, because on board with Bagnaia, looking back. Still trying to hold the inside. Now, let's see what Bagnaia's lap time is. It's a 1:30.933. Marquez is a 1:31.20. But Morbidelli's gone second, 1:30.694. So Mark is half a second clear. But now, if they're clever, Ducati, Megan, it should be that Mark should give Bagnaia the tow round. But it looks like they're going to do a double stint here to try and get Mark even faster.
Well, they were never completely intelligent. I mean, they were only intelligent when it came to getting their first rider to win the championship. I mean, that's it. Which is weird given the fact that technically their first rider is Bagnaia. Since he's been there longer than Mark has been.
Well, championships upon championships haven't really been the case beforehand, so I'm not really surprised they're struggling out now. Let's look at the middle sector times as well. It's still not fast. Morbidelli's going fastest of all across the sectors. Zarco's looking quick, so's Binder, so's Bagnaia in the middle sector. Mark's backed out of the lap. So I hope Bagnaia's got some time, but he's half a second down. Morbidelli's 2/10 up, and he's getting towed by Mark. And Digi's looking fast. Are the VR46s on the GP24 bike about to oust the two factory Lenovo's?
I hope so.
Let's have a look. Over the line, Zarco's gone second. Morbidelli's gone fastest overall.
Woohoo!
1:30. And look at that. Antonio fast overall. They have. Both of the VR46s have ousted the factory Ducatis.
The way it should be.
1:29.833 as well, Megan. So fastest lap time of the weekend so far for Digi.
I'm really impressed about Digi. I mean, especially given over the past couple of race weekends, he hasn't been doing that great.
Yeah, he's struggled, isn't he?
Yeah.
There's Gigi Delineau with his bandaged up her face.
It's the same place as it is in so many other people's noses.
It's been that type of weekend.
Yeah.
The party atmosphere was really strong, it seems.
I wonder if he called up Lando Norris saying, so how do you deal with a cut on your nose?
Lando was in
constantly?"
Japan, let's not forget.
Maybe he caused it. It's like, now I don't have to be alone. I'm constantly injuring my nose. So that's twice in a year.
Oh, was Lando in San Marino?
I don't know.
Could have been San Marino. But, there'll be a twitch there as well from Mark. He's trying to get that first set time. He's out. He's doing better on his own, is Mark.
He usually does.
Yeah, the toe didn't work for him. He's enjoying this a bit too far at the front.
I mean, it must be weird for him as well. Because Alex made it into Q2. So he's probably like, I've got to get into Q2 now. Otherwise, I may have just won a championship, but I'm going to get critiqued by Alex.
It's 1:29.687 for Marc Marquez.
Also, in Ducati, can someone answer the phone?
It's the pit board.
Can someone answer the pit board?
Yeah, it's every time someone goes into the pit lane, the alarm goes off. Do you know what my favourite alarm is of the entire season?
What?
It actually is in Australia for Formula One. It goes into the pit lane. It's fantastic. I'll show you it once.
Good.
Sounds very similar, but a bit lower tone.
He's a ghost.
There's a new reflection somewhere.
That's why he's gone so fast, because he's just floating.
Bagnaia's going on a second run. That's quite early, with 8 minutes to go.
Has Bagnaia done something different with his bike?
They are continuing to put on some more 2024 machinery. But the comeback that we thought was on in Japan isn't on yet.
I don't think Ducati have any pace right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that they are in first, but still. Fluke.
Factory Ducati.
Yeah.
Well, they're in first, but in Q1.
Yeah. I mean, it's not exactly difficult to be first in Q1.
Bezzecchi's been stronger.
I mean, he's got into Q2. I'm very surprised though in Q1 that the R46s were in here.
So,
Actually, there's a lot of teams in here.
yeah, Ducati Lenovo, VR46, Red Bull KTM Factory, Prima Pramac, Castrol, Honda LCR, Red Bull KTM Tech 3, the Honda LCR squad as well in there from the backup one.
Aprilia made it?
Aprilia made it through, yeah. Well, only winning one, of course, with no point in Martin.
Yeah.
Just 20 riders in this weekend for MotoGP.
What's going on there?
Who's that on the infield section?
I generally do not know. They're just crouching.
I hope it was a photographer. Looked
I
quite
think it
interesting.
was.
Did look quite interesting as to who it could be, though, didn't it?
Yeah. Do you know how Martin is?
He's out for Australia as well. So we won't see him until at least Malaysia.
Honestly, this year,
Yeah.
He's injured himself like 3 times.
He has.
Maybe 4 even, to be honest. But this is just not Martin's year. I mean, he finally recovers.
Finally
Starts
recovers.
doing well.
And yeah,
Boom.
out he goes again, I suppose.
I'm starting to think the universe doesn't want him at Aprilia.
Sounds the same thing.
It's constantly putting him out of action.
Well, Japan was more his fault. Sean says, also, one interesting mark is usually the best with anti-clockwise tracks. The only anti-clockwise track he struggled at as well. That is true. Never a pole, never a podium, never a win.
Just get Spa going.
Who has done well here? Last year with that soft on Pantab, but fell back in the race. But he did well in the sprint race, yeah. But Mark's still top. He's 6/10 down his overall time. There's Gigi.
I'm surprised that they haven't brought Salvadori back in.
Yeah, I am. Although I think he's... Where is Salvador?
They might for Australia. Who knows?
I'm asking.
But even then, there's so many riders to choose from.
I just put in Luca, who died last year. So Lorenzo Salvador we need. Don't know where he is actually. He's not there this weekend as far as I can tell. I think he's on holiday. Probably right for him as well coming into it.
He's probably thought, I've not had the greatest look at MotoGP this year.
Here comes Bastian, and he's 10th fastest, but 3/10 off the pace of Mark. That might shove him up in the order here. Over the line, he goes 5th fastest, 1:30.242. Morbidelli again, looking a bit stronger. Dijantonio is in the mix of things as well. Estimated again to go first on the board. So Digi still has the time and still has the pace to try and pull something else together. It's a smoother first practice than we were thinking.
Where do you think Bagnaia will go? I think he might go about 5th or 4th.
Well, Miller's gone 6th, Morbidelli's gone 3rd. We're about to see Bagnaia and Digi goes 2nd. Bagnaia over the line 5th. You were right.
Woohoo!
In between the two. So 1:30.218. Still not improvements we're expecting here.
I'm very shocked at not only Bagnaia's sudden loss of pace again,
It's a
but
tight
also
circuit.
Marquez's, and also the sudden gain of pace, even though they are in Q1 still, of the R46.
They've gained pace. Factory have lost pace. Where they're going with this?
Who traded it?
Yeah.
We need to find some beans. Someone's traded some pace.
See where it goes.
Even though I had a lot of sleep because I went to bed early because I was exhausted.
I think you went to bed before me.
I did. I think I went to bed about 10:30.
Yeah, I was at 11.
And I still feel tired. I don't get why.
And yeah, I feel fine. One of those things. One of those things. Let's have a look at Franco Morbidelli then over the line. Is he quicker or not than Dijantonio Mark? It's 2nd fastest, 1:29.718. Digi's gone fastest, 1:29.582. So now Mark is in 2nd place and in trouble with Binder looking faster. Bagnaia only goes 6th fastest. It's a 1:29.996. Exactly the same time, I think, as Binder. It's unmatched.
Yeah,
They have. To 1,000th of a second, Binder and Bagnaia have matched for 5th and 6th, and Mark's had to back out of the lap with 90 seconds to go.
And I don't think he'll be able to get another one in.
Yeah.
Something cut him off. He shook his head.
Let's have a
What
look.
mistake did he do?
He's run off the curb. Turns in. Just didn't get the grip.
Yeah, he just went straight on.
He knew immediately that there was something wrong, went, nope, I can't do that. That's going to kick me out. I'm out.
It's like, let's not risk it.
Digi's backed out the lap. He'll go again.
Well, he's first. He doesn't need to do another lap.
By a tenth of a second to Mark, but 31 seconds to Franco Morbidelli. If there's some time, there'll be something there.
Miller's in fourth.
Yellow flag, sector 1.
Miller's probably crashed.
I think it could be Bastianini. He's not.
Nope, it's Miller.
How did you get that? And there was Mark dropping the front and coming in the last corner.
Oh wait, no, it isn't Miller anymore. It is Bastianini. It's just Miller was being slow.
Yeah, Bastianini's gone off in the first sector. That's the yellow flags.
I think Miller actually went off the tracks there.
Yeah. So yellow flag sector 1, and that'll spoil everybody's lap time. So
And Yalas is being especially slow in that sector.
there he is. Whose lap time's going? Because Mark's fastest in sector 1, but lifts at sector 2. So is that going to be an abandoned lap time? 63 lap time gone. The 43 lap time gone. Checker flags come out.
He might try and save it.
Miller's out. Bagnaia is out. Bagnaia goes 16th on the grid for the Grand Prix and the Tissot Sprint later on. Now that is a shocker.
Tough luck.
I don't think anybody else is improving. Mark might go faster than Digi, but I don't think it'll count. Here he is over the line shortly.
I hope it wouldn't count because I really want Digi to at least do better than Mark will.
Mark second. The lap time didn't count. Yep. So it is Dijantonio and Mark Marquez who go through to Q2. 13th on the grid for Morbidelli, 14th Jack Miller, 15th Brad Binder, 16th Pecco Bagnaia, 17th Enea Bastianini, 18th Johan Zarco, 19th Tomcat Chantra, and 20th Maverick Vinales. Bastianini's walking away, so he is good. Yellow flag now, sectors 1 and 2 as they need the practice starts. But that's it, game over. Digi goes through, and Bagnaia had the highs of Japan and now the lows of Mandalika.
Yeah.
That's a surprise. I expected him to go through.
So did I, but I think it's just maybe even not his day or he's just saving something.
Yeah. He'll be holding it back as much as he can before going for the last one. Bizarre weekend. Still, well done to Fabio Dijantonio. That's a stunning lap.
He's stolen all the improvements that Bagnaia had.
Stolen the improvements, stolen the glory. Bagnaia back to having another shocking quality, says Sean. Mark managed to continue his 100% Q2 appearances this season. That's true, at least he's still got that. The champion will now probably go and get pole position. Although I'm still going,
Maybe.
I'm still thinking that Marco Bezzecchi's going to get pole. That Aprilia has been fast this weekend across the board.
Well, let's hope that Bezzecchi does get pole.
Soft tyres of 9 front and 4 rear.
I've never heard that sound as much as I have been hearing it today.
Australia's at Albert Park is a bit of a lower tone than that. Let's see if I can find it. F1. See if anybody's got it. I don't think they do.
I have a feeling that Bagnaia's happy with what he's done, but Mark is not, which is weird.
I will try and find it for you because it is quite fun. Once again, we're going to the Australian Grand Prix of 2002. That's always quite interesting. Still, there's Bagnaia, wondering what on earth's happened. Mark is practicing some drumming. Gonna be an interesting one. So let's head back down to the paddock and join Susie Perry as we wait to see Q2 get underway shortly.
They are oddly elongating the time they're doing, looking at all the
They were.
riders.
Right, let's head back down to Susie.
Thanks, Gav. Yeah, you would think so, Michael, wouldn't you? It was obviously a Ducati scuffle there to see which ones were going to make it through there. But that time on track in those situations is going to help them in the next session.
Yeah, certainly having an opportunity to push the limits with the soft tyres as they did in the practice session at the end of Friday. But now they've got that recent experience and the lap times are ever closer, so they chipped away at it. Mark impressed me, as he typically does, to be able to put it all together there and find a way through. He was lucky in the end to get through, but yeah, he's always the luck's always with him at the moment.
It's all action. There's never a dull moment, is there? I mean, he had it all over that session, really.
Yeah, he threw everything at it and delivered. He did try and follow Pecco, didn't quite judge it. I thought that was maybe going to be the case when you're always relying on someone to follow. Then perhaps if they don't quite get it right or you get yellow flags, then it can put you in a precarious position. But he did this lap all by himself the next time around, and it was impressive. That was where he stepped up to the plate, and you could see as he went back into the garage, even this was starting his best lap at the end of the session, or best first sector.
Whoop.
He immediately lost it, and you'd think that would knock his confidence, but he just keeps it rolling. So yeah, he's got that uncanny ability to be able to take the setbacks and just keep pushing on. But yeah, the hand signals in the box and the reaction, he's not comfortable yet. He's still working, still not quite settled.
You see him go and do a really quick lap, and then you see those moments, which obviously he just discards. But sometimes you can't save those moments.
Yeah,
as we've seen around here over the years.
When you've got to go 27 laps in the feature race on Sunday, you're asking for, if you're having to push to those limits every single lap. Even in the sprint this afternoon, 13 laps is difficult to be on that very limit when the bike isn't predictable. It's not reacting how Mark's expected as it's been all year. So yeah, it's a tough one this weekend. It's difficult, but two of the GP25s making it through, so they're finding a way forward.
I talked about the Ducati scramble at the start. It was the VR46s that were up against the factory boys, really. It was Digia's 2025 bike. He managed to put it through, and he hadn't had such a great weekend up until that point, but that was a really good lap, wasn't it? How impressed were you?
Yeah, Digi turning it on again today. He's he languished really down the order yesterday. I thought this is going to be a struggle, but he has turned it around overnight and looks good. Frankie unlucky with the GP24. He was fast, but yeah, Digi, that's an impressive lap, really only bettered by Bsky to this point in the weekend. So yeah, some happy campers inside the R46 at the moment.
Shame that Frankie couldn't also do the same and put it through. It's a split strategy there. Let's find out what the boss thinks. Pablo Nieto is with Rachel now.
Pablo, mixed fortunes in that session. Digi going through, Franco just missing out. It looked like there was more grip, possibly, than yesterday. That's obviously been the problem for the GP25s. What have they, I guess, told you about this weekend so far?
Yeah, yesterday we was with some trouble about the grip, but anyway, today looks like it's a little bit better. We are a little bit like this, no? Because in the end, Digi passed to Kuchu, but Franco almost passed. But anyway, I think we are making a very good job. We have to check now for Kuchu, for Digi to try to make a good qualifying.
Have yourself and the Lenovo team been discussing kind of data, discussing what the plan is for the entire weekend?
We have to check. We have to check everything, because in the end it was very hard to pass to the Q2. Now we have to looking forward to try to make a very good qualifying, because we know that it's very, very important to try to make a very good start.
Okay, good luck for the next session. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Digia through then, Michael. What do you expect in the next session? It's been Bsky who's been dominating this weekend.
Yeah, he's looked in control, really. Even in that practice session ahead of Q1, he just can set a really good rhythm and then dig in for a one-lap time attack. I think he's the favourite for pole position. But yeah, it could be... We know how important it is, the grid position, but it could be a topsy-turvy session, this one, because we've got 3 Yamahas in there, all in the mix, and Pedro Acosta looking strong. But the Aprilias of Fernandez and Bsky could be both in line for a front row start here, which would be a bit of a turn up for the books. They just look like they're making this heat-treated rear tyre work better than the others.
Yeah, we've seen some names, haven't we, that we're not used to really seeing in Q2 and up there this weekend, in Miguel Oliveira, Alex Rins. Alex Rins really the one, Michael.
Yeah, certainly surprise package of the weekend, because he's had such a tough season, but the bike's working and he's getting the feeling he needs, and it's really quite positive to see him back on form again. He's obviously a factory Yamaha rider for a reason. We know his quality, but it's just not worked. So good to see him in this Q2 session. And let's see if he can fight some of the Japanese manufacturers with Honda and Yamaha in there, and giving some trouble to the Ducatis this weekend, which is a nice turn of fortune.
Yeah, always a difficult track this for Mark as he goes through to Q2. A couple of Hondas up there as well, fighting for some glory this weekend. Luca Marini spearheading the challenge.
Yeah, Luca's looked stronger than Mir this weekend. Mir taking the podium last week at Motegi certainly buoyed the team, but Marini has looked really strong, probably the second in terms of pace after Bezzecchi yesterday afternoon. So yeah, can he get the one lap on the board? It's maybe not Luca's forte, more so perhaps Mir where he'll hang it out. But yeah, the Honda's looking good, and good to see both the factory boys in this Q2 session.
A little shout out to Firmin Aldeguer as well, who was second fastest yesterday. He's impressed everybody this year as the rookie. What do you think he can do in this session?
He's certainly looking good on this low grip scenario. He found a limit that no one else could really put the Ducati in yesterday afternoon. So he could be the surprise package. Always been good around here in Moto2 as well, but first visit on a MotoGP machine, and he was best of the rest after Bezzecchi. So yeah, he could be the surprise package for a possible front row start, which I don't think he's had yet this season.
Let's see how this goes then. 15 minutes for your pole shootout. And Pedro Acosta, third fastest as well yesterday. He'd be loving a pole position here, Gav, wouldn't he? This is going to be a fascinating one. Can Mark do it?
I think he can. What do you think, Megan?
I think that for some reason they delayed putting the timer on to signify the start of the session until they were quite literally on the track.
Yeah, it was quite the late call to put the green flag out at the exit there. But we are underway, and it's Luca Marini, Fabio Quartararo, Raul Fernandez, Juan Mir, Pedro Acosta, Alex Rins, Fabio Di Giannantonio, Firmin Aldeguer, Marco Bezzecchi, Alex Marquez, Miguel Oliveira and Marc Marquez. That's the 12 in this qualifying session. I'm excited to see who's going to go where, because I genuinely have got not a clue. My pick a pole, I'm going to go for Marco Bezzecchi. That's my pick after how strong he was this weekend. What about you?
Acosta.
You're going for that Acosta pole. I think it's time. He's due one, isn't he?
Yes.
So, on board with Fabio Quartararo, with the necklace he has on, with the real pearls, we've been told.
Oh,
yeah, real pearls.
they are very dangerous
Yeah.
when they break.
It's like he's riding around with basically a knife on his throat.
Yeah. I've looked it up because health and safety. But those I would tell him take them off for when you are actually on the bike. You can put them on right back after, but just not right now.
Yeah, they are dangerous.
Yeah. If he crashes and, for example, goes into gravel and it breaks one of the pearls, then it risks stabbing him.
Let's see how it happens, and let's hope he doesn't have that. But
Like,
yeah,
even if it's only like a
daft.
scratch.
It's daft. It's daft to have them on at all.
Yeah. I mean, it's extremely high speeds. It was cutting it close with the chain around his neck.
Yeah.
But now he's got pearls. It's like wearing diamonds around your neck.
So, Marc Marquez on a lap time, and he's on a brand new set of soft front, soft rears. Here's Bezzecchi. Man on form, I think you could say, with Marco Bezzecchi. Off weekend in Japan, but he's been the only one really to challenge Marc Marquez in the second half of the season. As they come through, they're all bunched up together, which is good in one respect, because if there's a crash behind, they all get to keep their lap times.
True. That'll happen now.
Yeah, probably Mark as well. He's not looked happy this weekend. 2 crashes already. Look, his foot peg nearly came off as well there.
Jeez. So he's already crashed twice. That's not good.
In one session, I believe, as well.
Oh, jeez.
Did that in Japan and
You
didn't
rode both
win, did
bikes?
he? Yeah. Over the line, Aldeguer from Di Giannantonio, Alex Marquez, Marc Marquez. Pedro Acosta's gone second, by the way. Did you not go second? Where's Acosta? Has his lap time been deleted by the stewards?
No.
No, there we go. That took a while to come through. 8 seconds later than our TV pictures up here in the commentary box.
Mark's 5th.
That's really bad lap time. 1:30.460.
Jeez.
Look at Bezzecchi, though. Already faster.
Honestly, good for Bezzecchi.
He's got some time here. Juan Mir in 5th.
Mir's faster than Marquez.
Oof. And Bezzecchi was twitching in that last corner, but he's still half a second up. Over the line he goes.
There we go.
Stunning lap time for Bezzecchi, 1:29.396. Half a second clear to Aldeguer. Marco Bezzecchi's not messing around. Fast as yesterday, quick today. If that does take pole position, I will not be surprised at all. He's got such a momentum following behind him at the moment.
Also, the pace that Aldeguer has in the first and second sectors. I mean, he seems to have lost it a bit in sector 3, but then again, sector 3 is a little bit difficult.
He's
to
got
keep things.
3/10.
He's gone wide.
Yeah, must have had something. Although Acosta's in the same area of the circuit as
Yeah.
him. Marco Bezzecchi is still fastest. Oh, a little bit wide there.
I reckon there.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Acosta
Oh.
had to really fight for that one. Into the pits, I think it's come Marquez. Over
Give
the
it up.
line comes Pedro Acosta. And he goes second fastest, 1:29.503. There's a...
Ooh, what for?
Oh, that's Digi into the pits despite a good lap time. Bezzecchi's still looking strong.
Okay, so Bezzecchi, first and second sectors went fine. Third sector seems to have lost something. Is there something round there?
Oh, and off goes Quartararo. In that very accident that you were predicting a few moments ago, the front has dipped away from him. He's okay, but it's at the fourth sector.
I love that little run he was doing.
But is that going to spoil Marco Bezzecchi's lap time? Because he's gone 9,000 slower anyway.
Did you see his look? There it is.
He's running now, yeah. Has he crashed coming into the pit lane? Turn 15. Front will dip away. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right about the pearls, though.
Yeah.
Look, it was a long
Think-
runoff.
Okay, let's see how the pearls react to this. Thank goodness he did not go into those gravel.
Yeah.
I told him. Well, he's not going to listen until it actually happens.
Into the pit lanes because Aldeguer, because that yellow flag's down that last sector, so no one's going to improve on this lap time.
It's like wearing diamonds around your neck without any plating to protect the diamond.
It's really bizarre.
Because they're sharp.
There's the Aldeguer fan. So Bezzecchi, Acosta, Marini, Raul Fernandez, Alex Marquez, Fermin Aldeguer, Juan Mir, Fabio Di Antonio, Alex Rins, Marc Marquez, Miguel Oliveira, and Fabio Quartararo. That's your running order. After Quartararo crashed, he stays in 12th.
I love that little run that Quartararo was doing. It was like a slight run/jog, just like wait.
Julian said Quartararo get pole. My prediction: Yamaha strong if they can send 3 riders out, especially with Oliveira as usual back margins. He puts, I just jinxed it. I think Megan jinxed it as well, saying about the crash.
He didn't go into the gravel though, so my point wasn't proven with that.
Raul has stepped up this season, says Sean. I agree. Raul Fernandez has been impressive this year for Trackhouse. Right, here's Quartararo's crash again, Megs.
A very lucky one.
That's a weird one to drop mid-corner through 15.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. 41, 36, it's going to be mid-corner, turns in.
And down. Now.
It just looks like it just gives away, like he loses grip on the entry.
I wonder if the tyres were gone.
Yeah, I'm starting to think the same thing. What are they on? They were 2-lap old at the front and the rear. Maybe he just got something wrong with it.
Yeah. Maybe he caught something on it from like sector 3.
I wouldn't be surprised that was a puncture, you know, because the way that went down, it was not...
Not normal.
Yeah.
It wasn't like the typical, oh, I've dropped it on the front.
Ride height device.
Over
Bike,
here.
hang on a minute. At Ferdinand Aguirre's bike, they are swapping the rear tyres on bike 1 and bike 2. They're going out on bike 2. So bike 1, he doesn't like with the ride height device. It did look like it was moving. I must admit, you shouldn't be able to push the ride height device on like that.
Maybe that's why he kept losing time in the third sector.
Maybe it's failed coming into it. That would explain a bit.
There's Martin coming back out. I mean, not Martin coming back out. I was thinking about how Martin's not there. Bezzecchi coming back out.
Big cloud cover. Although let's not forget, we're in the same time zone as Singapore. So we are literally, it's 11:23 a.m. at the moment. here in Indonesia and in Singapore. So we've gone Asian this week, the JB Motorsports squad.
Fancy some ramen?
I really do.
Let's have ramen tonight.
Do you know, there's a wonderful food stall in Singapore where literally they have every single type of food the country has.
Let's go there.
Yeah. Jonathan Ledyard one year. Jonathan Ledyard, Jake Humphrey, and Sarah Holt, the BBC team at the time, in about 2009, 2010, maybe, one of the two, went out to get some food, ended up bumping into Mark Webber, and then they all just sat down and had the world's biggest lunch at 3 a.m. on a Saturday afternoon.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
I love trying new foods.
I'm actually hungry, standing in the commentary box as well.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to some food soon, as the lap times begin for a run too.
We should have ramen tonight then.
Yeah.
Woohoo! For those that don't know, I'm obsessed with ramen because
I'll take
I
that.
love ramen.
I had rice. I had rice last night.
Oh.
Fairing broken on Ardegair's bike. That's why he was struggling with the grip. He said. You're
Yeah,
right.
that's probably why he started to slow in number 3. Oh, I wonder if something else has come off and it. Ooh,
I wonder if he hit something.
like a bolt or something,
Yeah.
or a piece of the fairing, and it's gone onto Quattararo's and caused a puncture.
I wouldn't be surprised because the way that bike went down, it was so sudden and in a bizarre part of the circuit.
And it was on the front,
Yeah.
which is the first point of contact.
I'd say he's hit something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd love to hear from Fabio after the session and say, look, what actually happened there? Because that did not look like your fault at all.
They weren't that far away from each other as well.
No, because that was here is look, turn 15. It's a slow corner in many respects for turn 15.
Yeah. I reckon he's hit something.
Mark's over the line. Wow. 1.1 down.
It's just not trying.
Aprilia could snap out the front row here, but it'd be Aprilia Trackhouse. Not the first time we've had Trackhouse, of course, on the front row. Had it back at the German Grand Prix. Oh, look at Oliveira.
I'm surprised we've got a Honda on front row currently.
Luca Marini has been looking very, very strong. Let's not forget this. So's Juan Mir.
Look at his sector 3 time.
Ralph Fernandez over the line and goes to the front row. Third fastest, 1:29.543. But Bezzecchi is half a world away. Look at him. Wonderful time right now. This could be a 1:28 and obliterate the fastest time we've seen so far this weekend. Come on, Bezzecchi. What have you got for us? Over the line together. It's a 1:28.832. Fastest lap of the weekend so far.
And that's Marini taking back 3rd.
Listen to the cheers down at Aprilia. And look at Aldeguer. Has he got something on the Ducati, on the Grassini bike?
Yeah,
He's
got a
looking
fixed
faster.
bike.
Yeah, fixed bike and now looks strong. Is Aldeguer going to get something over the line now? Second fastest. 1:29.230. Yellow flag sector 4. Is it Mark? No, it's Alex.
It was a Marquez.
It was one of the Marquez's. But it is down at turn 13 and 14.
Rins 3rd.
Rins does go third. 1:29.336. Quadraro 8. 1:29.771.
But
Mark didn't improve. Mark stays 12th. Mark's on a 1:30.4. Mark's at the back of this field.
I think he was in a similar place to Alex was, so I think he had to back out because his lap time would have counted.
Oh, and lap time cancelled for the
49 and the 88.
Yeah.
So that's Digi and who's the 88 then?
Oliver. That's a really strange crash from Alex, by the way. The front literally dipped away and the whole bike sort of came up on itself. Like he was lifting the bike off the ground.
That's odd.
Alex Rins has a front row at the moment for Yamaha.
It's also a nice Aprilia Ducati Yamaha situation going on.
Well, Rins has had a terrible season, let's not forget this. Oh, the lap time did get cancelled for Bezzecchi, but which one? And Acosta's run wide.
I think the last one.
Yeah, because the 1:28.832 is still standing.
I also am loving right now.
Mark nearly crashed. Mark nearly in exactly the same place where his brother went down. Mark nearly went down. And he's a second off the pace.
There is oil there. I also am loving right now that it's Aprilia Ducati Yamaha KTM Honda. It's going on right now.
looks like the bogey circuit is going to continue for Marc Marquez. Not a pole, not a podium, not a win. Over the line this time in Q2.
You should call Paul Espargaro, then he at least has one of them.
He's 1.5 down, Megs. He's 12th. The world champion is struggling.
I mean, he doesn't really have to do much. He's already champion.
I'm now saying that Bagnaia is back, but for some reason Ducati just haven't turned up here. Because if Mark's struggling, then we know why Pecco's struggling.
I think maybe we're all still a little bit drunk.
Yeah. The party was a bit too strong. Over the line.
Wow,
third. Knocks out Alex Rins from the front row. 129.284. 52 thousandths faster than Rins.
And for some reason, his team seemed sceptical about that will stick.
I am, because Marini's looking okay. This is looking strong. Look at Ferdinand again. P2 on the field. Bezzecchi's got the fastest first sector, comes over the line. 129, doesn't improve. Marini goes 6th fastest, 129.578, doesn't improve.
That's a surprise.
Alex Rins might go 2nd fastest here. Quadrara's 3 tenths off the pace as well, so he might go. Oh, he's dropped 8 tenths now.
Mark looks off the pace. Look.
Yeah, Mark's off and won't improve at all. He might go 6th fastest overall. Checkered flag is out. Alex Marquez goes 7th. Rins is 4th. Quadrara 8th so far. They've both like, oh, he's down again!
Do you know what?
Same part, Megan. Same part.
I was just thinking someone else will go down and that will ruin Mark's lap time.
Mark's gone P9. 129.773, but that's, same part. This time for Alex Rins, not Fabio Quadrara. Sorry if I said that, but it's Rins has gone down.
One for each. And also, his airbag went off.
Yeah.
I don't get why.
I wish they'd swap the helmets back, because it's so hard to tell when he's off.
Confusing.
I only thought it was Rins because I saw the hair. I was like, Fabio doesn't have that much hair. But yeah, it's Alex Rins who went down at turn 15, not Fabio Quadrara. Same part though coming through. So that yellow flag is starting the 4th sector. No one else is going to improve. So that's it. It's Bezzecchi on pole.
That might be the commentator's curse fear for Rins, even though I didn't say it out loud. Like 5 seconds before, I was just like, someone's going to go down. There's a yellow in sector 2 as well.
Should be for the practice starts because everyone's had a lot of time abandoned now.
No, I blame myself for that.
Aprilia are delighted. They get a pole position and it's a stunning weekend for them here in Mandalika.
First and front row for Raul.
That's impressive. That front row is great. It's Marco Bezzecchi, Aprilia, Ferdinand Aguirre, Ducati Gresini team, and then Trackhouse Aprilia with Raul Fernandez in 3rd.
It's such a
good
wide spectrum.
Fastest ever lap time, 128.832, 2.5 seconds faster.
Jeez.
And that's not been set by Ducati.
Ducati does not have the pace, and Bezzecchi does.
So
I tried to say it at the same time, but if it's before 5 a.m., I'm not functioning right.
Well, in 3.5 hours' time, the lights will go out for the Grand Prix sprint race. Look at that for Aldeguer, first MotoGP front row.
I also accidentally just licked my mic shield.
Not one thing you want to do. They don't taste very nice.
No,
I've done it before.
It kind of just tasted like
foam.
Yeah.
Because it is foam. Well, they're being replaced over the winter, as are the ear cups and the headbands. Will come in next year for the first couple of races and look ridiculous.
I think we need to go to sleep.
Yeah. Well, because it is such a crazy night here, we're going to sign off. Ralph Fernandez, first front row in 455 days since that German Grand Prix last year.
So he has had one before.
Mark finishes 9th. Here's your running order then. It's Marco Bezzecchi, Ferdinand Aguirre, Ralph Fernandez, Alex Rins, Pedro Costa, Luca Marini, Alex Marquez, Fabio Quadraro, Marc Marquez, Miguel Oliveira, Fabio Di Giorgio, and Juan Mir. Worst qualifying of the season for Mark, Megan. What do you make of that?
I think it's definitely something to look at for a reason why Ducati seem to just have forgotten how to have pace. And also, what was that little band that Mark was wearing on his left hand?
Oh, it's a traction control thing, so it helps preventing blisters.
Ah, clever.
We will be back in 3 hours and 10 minutes for all the action from the Grand Prix sprint race. Join us then, where it's Marco Bezzecchi on pole position. Bye-bye.